Hey everyone, so I usually leave the spitting on the pathetic goobers on the cyberspace to Charlie, since that's kinda his thing I suppose, but I just had to talk about the specific specimen of degeneracy. This is some random foreign chud that makes fitness content, if you could even call it that. So I just want to show you a few examples of this mess of a person. Since this guy speaks what will sound like gibberish actual Minecraft enchantment table language to most of you, I'll just go ahead and provide a translation subtitle in the videos so you can all follow along and point and laugh with me.
Nič ni narobe s tem, da imaš trebušček, nič ni narobe s tem, da si zadihan oziroma zdihana, ko greš po stopnicah gor. Nič ni narobe s tem, da imaš 10, 15, 20 kg preveč. Anyway, srečen 1. april vsem vam, ki ste nasedali na to. Seveda je ekstremno narobe, če imaš trebuh, ekstremno narobe, če si zadihan po stopnicah. Spravite se, jest pravilno in spravite se trenirati. Če se zdaj ne boste zresnili, boste še naprej to celo poletje se po plaži sprehajali s trebuhom in brez kančka samozavesti. Vsi te bodo gledali in vsi te bodo judgeali. Verjemi mi.
Yeah, so as you can see from this individual literally has his whole career based off of just shaming people. And the people he's shaming are just slightly over the limit of his ideal body look, which he constantly dictates to everyone that this should be their main goal, their main priority to just achieve this. Gather infinite happiness, like go to Valhalla or something, I don't know. Now I understand that someone who makes money for this kind of thing is gonna have to promote his shit some way, but there are so many other alternatives to doing this instead of just shaming people for how they look and convincing people who are interested in you that if they don't lose their small belly, even if it's like really small, they will infinitely get judged by everyone and everything that walks the planet. Don't get me wrong, I know having like a belly and shit isn't really ideal and healthy, but as long as you're not like extremely obese, I can barely see it as a health problem. Plus, having a defined muscle structure won't just randomly generate infinite confidence and happiness for people. Like, there are people who have bellies, which this motherfucker considers as the absolute antichrist. But I just want to show you yet another clip that even made my ballsack blow a fuse.
Kaj so tvoji plani za poletje?
Da se ga napije, ko kurva, pa da fešta na konj.
Ne bom tukaj pametoval, da ne pijete alkohola, bom pa vse rekel, da če pijete alkohol, poskrbite, da pijete alkohol, ki ti bo najmanj ničil tvoj fitness napredek. Ne bom tukaj pametoval, da to ni v redu ali pa kaj, ampak te punce na videu niso lih vzgledne matere, bodoče generacije, mi je žal, kaj se dogaja z našo generacijo, ampak gled, itak gre svet v K, vsaj imejte lepo postavo, če greste više svet v K, kaj češ?
So here he shows a clip of a girl who is asked the question, what are your plans for summer? Simple question, and the girl, who is by the way clearly under the influence of alcohol unfortunately, responds, I just want to party and basically get drunk. Now seeing as she's in this partying spirit, that really like hyped up, she could be just very hyped and just said that because she was happy to be there. Like, I know how it is. I've been to shows and stuff, and while I'm not a drinker of any alcohol at all, not to flex, but it's true, I can confirm that while there, I was happy to be there. Happy to be with my friends, happy to be having a night. Now this totally unnecessary stitch to this video is basically he starts blabbering about which types of alcohol is okay for you to drink to maintain your calories, which is basically this guy's whole shtick. Hell, even his car has a license plate that literally says calories, so that's just pretty skibbity of him, I suppose. But this guy is so fucking delusional that he thinks that every person on this planet counts their calories, and if they don't, they're a loser and fat, and everybody hates them and judges them. It's just so deplorable. But what really sent me off about this is actually a comment of one of his insecure fanboys, which just literally translates to horse. Like, it literally just translates to that. And he likes it. He likes the comment, meaning he literally agrees that just because a happy person is answering a question intoxicated in a party, which is, by the way, the only thing, like, the other girl doesn't even talk. I don't know if she does in the original TikTok, because the post got deleted, unfortunately. But either way, that's crazy. But then to insult them just based off this is actual insecure degeneracy. And I know he didn't say that himself, but the fact that he liked that and that this is his most liked comment on that video just proves so many fucking things, and it's just sad, man. He also finishes this profound video by saying these girls will not be good future mothers, as if that's all they're good for, and his final words being, this generation is cooked anyway, so have a good posture. Wow.
To, da imaš prekomerno telesno težo for an extended period of time in nič ne narediš glede tega, pove veliko, veliko o tebi. Prvo kot prvo kaže, da si sebičen. Če že te posem zato, da se počutiš za en kurac, pa zgledaš ogabno, oziroma tudi zgledaš slabo, nočem se na nesramno izraziti, da ne bom koga prizadel spet. Mislim, vsaj naredi to za svoje najbližje. Ne. A misliš, da je tvojemu partnerju oziroma partnerci fino tebe gledati, kot ti trebu ven gleda? Misliš, da je fino? Ni, verjemi mi. A misliš, da je tvojim otrokom fino, ko ne morejo iti z očem ali pa z mami niti na en sprehod, brez da sta zadihana na polno? Ne bi rekel. Misliš, da bo tvojim otrokom fino, ko jih bodo v šoli zajebavali, tvoja mami ali pa tvoj oče pa debil? Najbrž tudi ne.
Here he states that he doesn't want to be mean to anyone about this, but buddy, it's too late. I've had this guy on my For You page back when I still had TikTok. I basically deleted the app because of insecure degenerates like him. But basically, he's been doing this since like 2020, I believe, and all he's been doing since then is just this deplorable nonsense. Just fat shaming left and right, stitching videos that aren't even about like anything. But anyway, this one hit a little too close to home as I have a bit of a belly myself, which if this dude heard me say that, he'd actually start foaming at the mouth, giving me all sorts of lectures on how I don't count my calories and shit. But what this moron fails to realize is having a partner that cares only about your looks and not like person is actually just not a partner at all, in my opinion. This dude must be so miserable in his relationship because I already know he probably treats his girlfriend like a fucking child. Some shit like from the movie Housemaid, where the guy just goes, calories are a privilege, not having a deplorable belly and not being a fat skank is a privilege. Just idiotic shit like that. And to provide some further media of this to point and laugh at, here's what he posted on TikTok in literal translation. And then you might have thought this was a joke, but I shit you not, one person said in the comments, and I quote, I just let my girlfriend drink whatever she wants. And his response was this. What do you mean you let your girlfriend eat whatever she wants? No, you're doing it all wrong. You should control your partner. Don't you dare let her consume this degeneracy. Too much calories. Whoa! And then like goes ballistic. I also don't think my children will ever come to me one day and start belittling me like, Dad, you're a fucking fat ass. Why do you get tired? Go hit the gym, pussy. Come on, get some Coke Zero. Count your calories. Come on, moron. It's just really sad shit.
Better ingredients, better pizza, better bitches, better money, my clothes better, my shoes better, I work harder.
Ja, let's take a step back. V njenem primeru step back od njenega hladilnika, ker clearly, ko lahko sploh rečeš, da imaš mišično maso. Maščoba ima tebe. Nimaš ti mišične mase, maščoba ima tebe. To me spominja na uno foro, ko ženske govorijo, sploh te ameriške ženske, ki dobijo na For You page, govorijo I'm not fat, I'm thick. Ne, fat si. Does not work like that. Idealna postava je uno, kjer imajo punce veliko rit in se jim črta se jim viče strebuh. Basically obroba six-packu, niti približen, da ima six-packe, ampak lik da ima uno lin črto čez strebuh. To je pik ženske postave. To sploh ne vem, kaj je od te ženske.
The horror. This one is just making fun of people for the sake of making fun of them. I like how when he says you're not thick, you're just fat, and then actually shows a picture of a posture that he says is ideal for women like 2 seconds later. You cannot make this pathetic garbage up. Like, get a fucking life, brother. There are so many ways to do this mentoring shit. If you're gonna do it, I don't even understand how people are buying into this and saying, fuck yeah, I need someone just like that to constantly tell me I'm a fat ass. Yeah, that'll get my motivation started up. Like, actually, the people who buy this shit I get the feeling that they're actually just into that. Like, they have a fucking fetish or something. This is deplorable. This one actually gave me a better laugh, if I'm being honest. So he's selling this book on his amazing website. This website has to be the top of all time, up there with the old Nickelodeon website. And the book that he's selling is a low-calorie recipe book, and get this, it's fucking 160 euro, which is like around $155. And I am not lying, look at this. He even made a TikTok about it. I shit you not. In that TikTok, he says, this book is just so good, I'm gonna raise the price. and shit like that. It was originally $100, which is still fucking crazy. And on top of all of that, the about the book section here is AI written. Like, you can actually see the ChatGPT generated text when you ask it something, and it'll just tell you like the pros and cons of the fucking subject. He didn't even edit the text, nothing. He just copy and pasted it in. What a fucking scumbag. And then he has the gall to say how much he works 12 hours a day, that he doesn't get paid. Shit like that. Like, God's green fuck have mercy on us all. I also would like to mention that he recently, because in his country there were elections for political parties basically, and ever since then he started making like this political centered content, and it's actually deplorable because every fucking time a video like that is posted from him, every time he says, I don't care about left versus right, I care about the greater good, while he shits on like Palestine, talks about how they're gonna take his right of freedom of speech, which, you know, if his vision of freedom of speech is basically what he's doing now, I sure damn fucking hope he gets that taken away from him. He's also got a video where he talks about how counting calories is not and will never be an eating disorder. But regardless if that's true or not, his behavior and like his way to promote his content that sucks fuck is basically how an eating disorder is born. You don't have to even be a follower of his on any of the platforms, but if you just get him on your For You page, and for example, he just starts saying shit like this, you immediately get insecure. Like, not everybody's the same, obviously. Some people are more sensitive, some are not, which this guy would say is total bullshit, and that they're like soft and this generation is good. Whatever, the typical like jock behavior. Anyway, if you want to avoid stuff like this, just delete TikTok, man. It's not even an app that's fun anymore. It used to be about dancing, now it's about this type of garbage. So just like delete it, maybe move to Insta Reels or something. Even that's bad. Like, any short form content is really like just slop basically. But anyway, I think that's about all from my side. This is a really random video, but I really wanted to like make this video and like vent about this shit, because this is just really awful, and I want people to know what kind of people exist on this fucking planet. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, I guess.
How much calories do you burn while having sex?